Okay, road rage. Everyone knows what it is. Almost everyone has experienced it either being inflicted upon them or, face it, you've been the person who is employing the one-gun salute at those who take glee in being brain dead while behind the wheel. It is currently being used to talk about the murder of a mother of 4 in Las Vegas. And it needs to be used as a serious lesson for every time you get behind the wheel or behind the handlebars. So let's put this discussion into gear. Let's welcome back America's car coach, race car driver, automotive specialist, and imparting wisdom every day on our website, the professor of horsepower, if you will, Lauren Fix joins us. Hi, Lauren. How you doing?
Good. How are you? I'm going to add that to my little list. The car coach and professor of horsepower.
Professor of horsepower. That's exactly right. I get 10%. Okay, here we go. Look, let's get serious for just a moment here. This issue in Las Vegas, and I don't want to get into it because we could spend a long time on the details here, but it is an instance of road rage. Somebody involved in getting angry while behind the wheel. They take it to the next step. We've seen it in every city in America where there are people getting shot, stabbed, beat up. I mean, what basically can you tell people? Because it would seem to be you got to look them in the eye and just say, common sense, people. You don't know what's going on out there. Don't be stupid.
No, I agree with you. It is a common sense situation. I think a lot of people, they get upset. Like there's someone that hangs out. The big one is someone hangs out in the high speed lane, or they have their turn signal on the whole time. And we get aggravated with them because they don't pay attention. So it is both people's faults initially of, hey, whatever you're doing, stupid, you cut someone off because you didn't use your mirrors, you were, texting and driving, whatever your mistake was. But then the person that it happens to, instead of just saying, you know what, I'll just let it go, I don't want to be a part of your accident, insists on being essentially the policeman and trying to correct it. And then it escalates to a whole new level, and then you got anger involved. So the only thing you can do is, I have learned to just back out, and people cut you off. I might hit the horn, but I'm backing out. I'm certainly not going to try to cut you off in exchange and try and make an eye for an eye thing. And I think that's the thing is, people get angry and they feel they have to voice their opinion to try to teach that person a lesson. You can't teach them a lesson because 99% of the time they don't even know they did it.
Yeah, revenge at 75 miles an hour behind the wheel of a car in moving traffic is not a really great idea.
No, it isn't. And besides, you don't know who's in that car. And that's the bigger issue. That's how things like this happened in Las Vegas. We've all seen it. I've seen it happen in New York City. I've seen it happen all over the country. I've even had it when I've been in a cab where I said, listen, I told the cab driver, stop getting involved or I'm calling 911. Watch how quick he backed out. I don't want to be involved in someone else's issue.
That's a great idea, too, for taxi cab drivers. All right, 2 minutes here. A couple of things. Let's get through them real quick here. I want to get your comments. The United States is going to fine Takata $14,000 a day for failing to cooperate in their airbag investigation. Is that a big deal? A big hit?
Yes, it is a big deal. And in reality, where do you hurt these people? You can't, say we're going to make a big statement in front of the news. Not everybody watches every single news network, and not every news network is like Newsmax, where you're actually reporting the real facts. So because of that, they figure we'll hit them where it hurts, in the pocketbook. $14,000 a day for failing to comply with the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. I love it.
Yeah, I would tend to say that you're exactly right. Hit them in the wallet, hit them with even more if they don't cooperate here. Apple's getting ready to produce electric cars. You got to worry about the quality, maybe? Big deal?
I don't think they're really going to produce electric cars. Here's what I think they're going to do. Just like Apple Play, they're going to create some great technology. And right now they've been poaching from battery A123, which I find it kind of amusing because they're the ones that put Fisker out of business. But in reality, A123, they've already lost at least 5 of their employees to Apple, who already have 200 employees on staff. They're working toward 1,000. As an automotive person, we've heard through the grapevine they are seriously looking for designers as well as electrical engineers. Their goal is to build a car. I think they're going to do it like Google, just to say, look what we can do, look what we can build, and now we'll sell that technology to you. Wouldn't GM or Ford or someone love to say, we're using all of Apple's technology, which consumers are comfortable with, which they understand that integration of their smart devices to their cars? Very wise. It will help their stock. Look at the numbers. They're at record high for Apple. Was it, I think, 128, I think, is a share after the big major split. So it's pretty good right now.
Remember, it's an Apple world, a Google world, and we just happen to live in it. It's just human beings.
Yes,
that's all.
Exactly.
Reminder to everybody, please go to laurenfix.com. Lauren has got all kinds of advice there. She tests cars. She lets you know what she thinks about what's going on in the automotive world, and she's nice enough to do it here on a weekly basis. Always a pleasure, Lauren. Thanks so much. Best of the family, and we'll see you next week.
See you next week. Thank you.
Take care. Hey, who's really to blame for the rise of ISIS, Middle Eastern governments, the British, lack of common sense? Our next guest has his own ideas, pointing a finger right back home. It's next on MidPoint.